assuming that this does not get done.
Yeah.
And we view that as a transaction. I guess it's a non-transaction. But in this transaction between the Cowboys and Dak of no deal getting done and Dak playing on the franchise tag, in your view, who is the winner and who is the loser?
Well, to me, I think Dak Prescott is the loser in all of this. And the reason that I say that, Greeny, to be quite honest with you, is because, again, he's got to go out on the football field. Obviously, it's an incredibly violent sport, and it's one of those situations right now where he's going to be playing yet again on a one-year deal. Now, granted, it's not $2.1 million this time. It's $31.4 million for the upcoming season. So you're talking about a $29 million raise. That ain't bad, and we understand that. The flip side to it, however, is that at a time when Jared Goff has got $110 million guaranteed, when Carson Wentz has $109 million guaranteed, when we see the contract that Patrick Mahomes just signed, along with various others and what they have at their disposal, even though $31.4 million is nothing to sneeze at, that's the only guarantee that he has in front of his face at this particular moment in time. And in light of the global pandemic that has ravaged our society overall, you have a situation where the losses accrued are going to be taken into consideration along with projected losses for the upcoming season because fans are not anticipated to be in attendance, at least not in full throttle or full mode, rather. And so because of that, it's going to be another legitimate excuse to curb spending to some degree. And last but not least, even though Patrick Mahomes and everybody's been bloviating about $500 million, in the end, you're talking about $141 million guaranteed pretty much over the next 6 years. And in a situation like that, with him clearly willing to accept less of a guarantee than he had to in order to facilitate winning, and then you juxtapose that to Dak Prescott having not won, going to the playoffs twice, yes, but fresh off of missing the playoffs last season, certainly never went to an NFC championship game or a Super Bowl. He's got a lot stacked against him right now. It's nothing to sweat about too much because I believe in the guy, but nevertheless, he could have been in a better situation than he is right now.
Louis, how do you see it?
No, I think Dak is going to come out of this looking pretty. Look, either way, he's going to pocket his $31.4 million this year. He's either going to make almost $70 million over the next 2 years or more, because if they don't franchise him for 2021, he is going to hit the open market. And what do you think he's going to get when then his people are bidding for his services on the open market? Then it's going to get crazy for him, because then I'll tell you what, there's going to be some team that is going to be desperate, that is going to say, hey, look, we're not going to draw a line in the sand at 5 years. We're not going to draw a line at the sand at $105 million guaranteed or $110 million guaranteed. We're going to, you know, that the negotiating stance that you take when you're actually in the free market and you're in unrestricted free agency is much different than the one that, as the incumbent team, you're going to draw in the line, draw a line in the sand with when you have a player who's already under contract or someone who you're already more familiar with. The risk that he's taking right now, obviously, is the fact that he doesn't have any long-term financial security because he's playing on a one-year deal. But as far as his ability to continue to maximize cash to himself, he's put himself in a situation that, as we said numerous times, is very similar to the situation that Kirk Cousins put himself in. And as Kirk was going through it, would it be a situation that many people would ideally want to do? No. In the end, would you like the cash flow that Kirk Cousins has generated for himself? Yeah, it's more than anyone. So Dak is in a similar situation. He could wind up even coming out further ahead than even Kirk did. But he's assuming some risk in the short term right now. That's where, the issue is.
Well, go ahead, Stephen A.
Mr. Chippendales, I appreciate that synopsis, that breakdown. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I know you're wearing a tie.
You see what I'm wearing today? You see what I'm wearing today? Don't start that Chippendale stuff with me today, man. Don't even start it. Don't even start. You see this.
Hey, listen, man. It's a compliment. It's a compliment, man. You calm down.
It ain't just a
calm
tie.
down.
What just happened?
First of all, thank you for looking, because that's the kind of outfit that I would rock. I know you've been watching the wardrobe yourself, so I appreciate the recognition. Now let me get back to your point, Mr. Chippendales. Hey, watch your mouth. Be respectful. Watch your mouth. Here's the deal. A quick question from you, all right? Last time I checked, is the sport of football not a very violent sport? I mean, if there was ever in sports parlance the phrase, tomorrow is not guaranteed, is that not more applicable to football than almost any other sport?
There's no question about that. That's the risk.
Then why are we sitting here acting like, he's going to make at least $70 million? No, he's making $31.4 million for this upcoming season, and we got to hope that he makes it to 2021. Just like last year when he was making 2.1, we had to hope that he got to this point. You can't anticipate that that's a guarantee, especially in a violent sport like football.
No, you're right. But look, this is the risk he's willing to take. This is the risk he is willing to assume.
Okay.
It's kind of like the same argument that people make, with Pat Mahomes right now, right? People say, look, why didn't Pat absolutely just take all of Clark Hunt's money? Why didn't he take everything? Because he could have, and they would have given it to him. Well, I mean, he just made the decision to say, hey, look, how much is enough for me? How much do I really need? Do I need 175 million guaranteed? What do I need? I'm good now, and I'm going to be able to win. What Dak is saying right now is, hey, look, there's probably plenty of people who think I should have accepted the deal that's already been offered to me. But given where I've come from and where I still think I'm going to go, I'm going to accept this short-term risk. I know there would be many people who would have signed the deals that they had put in front of him already and been like, I'm good. I'm done. I don't need any more.
Right.
But he is willing to go ahead and accept this risk.
Do it in
and
basketball.
that's what makes it so fascinating.
Go ahead, Steve.
Well, they've done it in basketball. Carmelo Anthony was famous for that, for passing up. Like, remember, as I reported on many occasions, the big three in Miami was supposed to be Melo, D. Wade, and LeBron. But Melo had signed a 5-year guaranteed deal because Denver wouldn't give him an opt-out at that particular moment in time when he was with the Denver Nuggets. So he took the 5 years to make sure he got the money. And as a result, it prevented him from being in the class of 2010 and being able to go to South Beach with both LeBron and D. Wade. So you have a point. The only other thing I'd like to add is that Louis Riddick, here's the deal. The tie looks nice with the blazer. But you want to push the tie up just a little bit, just a little fashion tip right there. Just push the tie.
No. You know what? You just messed it.
So you can look as sharp as your brother. That's all I'm saying. I was about to give you a compliment and say, you know what? I kind of like that combination you got on. I kind of like it. But then you had to go ahead. You know what? You had to go ahead at the end and just kind of throw in one of your little shots, huh?
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.